taking those principles that Steve talked about, how do you put them together into a training program? Cycling. Steve mentioned a really important thing about adaptation, that it takes approximately 28 days to fully, for your body to understand that you're breaking it down. In the most layman type of terms that I can describe is when you exercise, you break your body down, okay? And when you recover, your body rebuilds. The human organism, the human body as an organism, is an organism that would love to be at rest. It doesn't want to do any more work than it has to as far as rebuilding itself, mending, things like that. So the idea is to trick the body, okay? You want to do a level of exercise over a period of time where the body says, I really hate this rebuilding part. I don't want to do it anymore, so it elevates its fitness level. So the current level of exercise you're doing no longer breaks it down at all or as greatly, okay? And so it's a trick, re-trick process. And the magic number there is about 28 days. So it's up here under, you see it says micro, meso, and macro cycles. I don't like to use those terms so much because they're Greek or something, I don't know what they mean, but you mean different segments of training cycles. And breaking it down to the smallest one. I've always done something unique. You hear a hard, easy approach quite often, and that's fine, that works. That's basically the smallest cycle. You have a hard day, then you have an easy day, you do your effort, you recover. So that's the smallest part of a microcycle. But microcycles actually become a little bit bigger than that. My personal system uses an easy, then a medium, then a hard day, okay? And then you expand that over a week to 2 week period, depending on how you're building your program, all right? So if I build a program, I use 3 elements in my hard days, and this is for a little bit more advanced runner, not for the beginner, but I want to explain cycling here, so I'm using it. My 3 hard days are the 3 most important days in that system, and I have one we call speed enhancement. I have one where we do work that builds our heart stroke volume so we can move more blood through the body with a single stroke of the heart, and those are long repetitions at a pretty good effort. And then we have what we call long run. The long run certainly is a hard day, okay, because of the duration of time, okay. Hard can be defined as intensity or speed, intensity, type, or duration. Those things all affect how hard or easy a workout is. So we're making these cycles around these type of things. So with mine, we have 3 hard days. So my microcycle is 9 days long because we have easy, medium, hard 3 times. That's how I build a microcycle, then we repeat. So a cycle is what you do before you repeat, okay? More simpler, and what more people use is just hard, easy, hard, easy, hard, easy. And then you have I just break it down because there's a medium effort that I like. But that's more for a competitive athlete. But that's your cycling. So if you're going hard, easy, you might have 3 rotations of that, and that's your microcycle. So it might be 6 days and take a day off. And your easy is going to be days off too, passive rest. But then also a day off, and that completes your week. So a week frequently is your smallest cycle of time before you repeat. That's what a cycle means, okay? Then the mesocycle is the real important one. What Steve mentioned in adaptation, a mesocycle is about 28 days. That's the time it takes your body to adapt to what you're doing, okay? And then the macrocycle is your biggest time, and that could be a 6-month period, it could be a year. You set a goal for this year or this half of the year, you work to that goal, and when you reach that point, you completed that goal, you want to go back and start over. Now you might not start, if you start at 0 and worked up to X, you might go back to 0 plus 20% and work up to X plus 20, okay? But you start over, okay? You want to always have a training preparation phase where you just kind of get your body going again. You want to always have what's called a base phase, where you just kind of do some steady work building a base, and then you have a tuning up phase or a peaking phase, and then you start over.